My friends, it is time to introduce you to my ultimate summer dessert. This is strawberry semifreddo. It is luscious, it is creamy, it is sweet, and it is fruity, and it is very easy to make. And it starts off in a bowl over some simmering water with an egg and 3 egg yolks and some caster sugar. So we're gonna get that straight into the bowl. I'm gonna add in our egg yolks, and to our egg yolks, we've got 1 whole egg going in here. That will help give it a little bit of structure. And now this is probably the hardest part of this recipe, is that you have to continuously whisk on high for about 8 minutes until you have a lovely, voluptuous mixture. Let's go. What I'm doing here is simmering this over a little bit of warm water just to give some heat to this mixture. And you can see automatically it's starting to change already. We've actually made a Nutella-filled semifreddo, which I will leave a link on the screen to, and you can check it out. But there's a whole host of different things you could add in here. Summer fruits are gorgeous in it. You could crush up some meringues and stick it through it. You could do anything you really like. Nuts, fruit, chocolate, it's up to you. Okay, this is looking pretty good. I'm gonna take it off the heat right now, just so that it doesn't thicken up too much. Turn off this little hob. The way to check that this is thick enough is to grab up a spoon, take it on the back of the spoon, and then just run your finger right the way through it, and it should be nice and thick, and you should make sure that there's no little grains of sugar, which this is pretty good to go. So I'm gonna get rid of my little spoon, I'm gonna put this aside, and now that I have that mix beautifully whipped up, it's time to crack on with the cream mixture. So basically it's a recipe of 2 parts. You have your beautiful egg and sugar mixture to your cream mixture. So back on with our whisk. And cream goes straight into the bowl, and there's just a little bit more whisking. Okay, we are looking pretty good. We've got nice soft peaks. So at this point now, it's time to get that cream into our semifreddo mix. And before I do, I just want to make sure that I get a nice bit of flavor into this lovely sort of custardy mix. So I've got some vanilla extract going in there. I'm gonna just loosen this out with a bit of the cream. So mix that through. Once it's nicely mixed through, I'm just gonna fold in the rest of the cream. Really, with cream like this, you do not want to over whisk. It's just about getting it to soft peak stage. And once you've got it there, you're in business. This is where you can start getting a little bit creative. I'm gonna make mine a little bit interesting because we're gonna use some summer fruits, and I'm gonna add some strawberries. But first things first, I wanna put half this mixture straight into a little cake tin lined with some cling film. So it's about half the semifreddo mixture going in here. I'm trying not to spill too much all over the place. And now let's talk about this strawberry mixture, because what I'm gonna do is a really quick blitz of strawberries. So I have some in a little mixer like this. I'm gonna add some superfine powdered sugar, and now I'm just gonna stick the blade on top of here, and we're gonna give this a good blitz up. And that is the easiest little strawberry puree you will ever make. It's fantastic, and if you have really fresh strawberries, the fragrance is just incredible. So I'm gonna use this just to swirl through that little semifreddo mixture. So just pour this all the way in the center like this. And then just using a spoon, you're gonna swirl that through. Just nice little ripples. Just looking like that. And then with the rest of that mixture, just pour it straight into your little lined loaf tin. This is one of the easiest desserts you will make for summer. It's brilliant to adapt, and you can really use whatever summer fruits are available. Okay, last little bit of strawberry just drizzled in here. This is where you can feel like your creative juices are flowing. And I'm going to get my creative juices flowing by just swirling this ever so slightly. Once you have swirled, take the spoon out, get this in the freezer. It needs to set for at least about 6 hours, overnight preferably, but it's gonna go into the freezer right now to set up. My semifreddo has had its time in the freezer, and now it's time for the grand unveiling. You gotta peel back any of that cling film, and we are going to make it nice and pretty with some strawberries and a little bit of some seedless strawberry jam, which I'm just gonna spread over the top of this. It gives you a lovely finish, and it just looks pretty too. Okay, and last little job to do is just to decorate it with some freshly cut summer strawberries. So I'm just going to take a nice sharp knife and slice up a generous slice of this beautiful Semifreddo. Oh, look at the swirl in the center of that. It absolutely looks gorgeous. And now you're gonna have to put up with me licking my fingers because this looks so good. I'm just gonna take up a little bit of that with the jam and all that great fruit. Oh, I'm sorry, but you know, you can take your ice cream and you can go churn it. This is where it's at for ease and simplicity in the kitchen for a really great summer dessert that doesn't take too much work. If you want the full recipe, I will leave it in the box below where you can get it on my website. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, leave us a comment below letting us know your ultimate summer dessert. And until then, my friends, happy summer, enjoy this, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye. If you want the full recipe, I will leave it. Sorry, that was the dog. What? Max?